I'm Rian. Hope you're doing all right. It's reaction time. So, band called Rian, and they've got an album coming out called 23 on the Frontiers, July the 16th. So this song's called In the Dark. I did react to their first song, which I thought was great, called Stop, a couple of weeks ago. Check that one out. Swedish band, so everyone knows by now that Sweden are producing some brilliant music, and this band sound like one of them. They're sort of like they've got a bit of a modern touch to them, but they've definitely got also a classic sort of 80s sound to them as well. I know I keep saying 80s, but at the end of the day, that's how old I am. I do relay back to the 80s quite a bit, because that's just what I do. And people are into 80s melodic rock are probably into the bands like this, so they want to know if it's got that 80s tinge, as a lot of the Frontiers stuff does. But with this one, definitely has something a bit different, a bit more of a modern touch. It did in the first song anyway, called Stop, which was an absolutely brilliant song. So this album is their second album that's coming out, but their first with Frontiers. So Frontiers obviously saw something in them. And like I said, it's coming out on July the 16th. Now, just quickly running through the names. Of course, they're Swedish, so forgive me. I might just start saying their first names. They seem to be easier. But Richard Andemir on vocals and guitar. Tobias Jakobsson on lead guitar, Jonas Mellin on bass guitar, and Jan Johansson on the drums. They weren't so bad, I don't think. You can just correct me in the comments below, as people usually do. Thank you very much for that. So, In the Dark. Looking forward to this, because when I heard the first song, I thought I want to hear more of them to see if we're going to get the same sort of thing. I did hear something different in this band. You know, sometimes the Sweden are just producing band after band after band. So you want to hear something a little bit different. And it did give me that on the Stop song. I remember that it was a little bit heavier. The guitar was up in the mix. Still obviously really melodic with a slight modern touch. So it was cool to hear something a little bit different. Let's see if this song gives us it as well. So this is Rian, In the Dark. AOR.
Our world is changing with the passage of time. I see your smile, you can't hide your frown. Maybe we owe it all to you. I'm not wasting my time to seek the truth. Please stay right here in the dark. Tell me all the lies that I need to move on. Please stay right here in the dark. We can find a new way to live after dawn. Power gets stronger and the king is crowned. There's no way that fighting started from the ground. Maybe it's all because of you. I'm not wasting my time to seek the truth. Please stay right here in the dark.
let's give it a quick stop there. Not sure if the solo is going to come in, but I think they're really good, you know, because like I said, it's a proper band for a start. Now, there's so many projects out there that are just chucking musicians together, and like I said, a lot of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's nice to know it's a band and that they're going to tour when the time's right and all that stuff. That's the first thing. The second thing is that, again, the guitar's up in the mix. Now, this is a very AOR sounding song. You know, you can hear the keyboards, and I'm not sure who's doing the keyboards because I haven't got anything, no details about the keyboardist, and he's not in the video either. So it's probably one of the musicians that are in the video doing the actual keys on the song, but they are there, but they're not prominent. And this song could have keys high up in the mix, and I'm glad they're not, because it gives it a little bit of edge compared to a lot of bands out there that are just soaked in keyboards, and the guitar is sort of either alongside the keys or a little bit lower, and it gives it enough grit, enough power. This has got enough where the guitars are prominent, which I like that. It's a really good mix, actually. And even on the vocals, I like the sound, not just the vocalist himself, but the mix makes the vocals sound really cool in my headphones. It's really nice and clear. He's got such a cool tone as well to his voice. It's a little bit different as well, the singer. He's a little bit different than all the other Swedish, or, you know, all them guys coming out of Finland and all that. So many bands, and a lot of them sound similar. But this guy sounds a bit more mature in his vocals, if that makes sense. A bit different, which is good. It's making them stand out a little bit more than the rest of the hundreds of bands. And it's just face facts. We're getting more bands now than we did in the 80s. You know, when it all exploded and went all wrong in the 80s. But I don't think it could go wrong again, because rock music ain't as big now. So something gets so big like it did in the 80s, it was the main music that people were listening to, and it just got too big, I think, for itself. But there's more music now than ever. There is absolutely loads of it. I don't know why. It's probably because it's cheaper to make music now. Bands ain't spending millions on, because of the technology of making an album. That's why there's so many bands, I think, because it doesn't cost as much to just whack some songs out. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I'm not a musician. I'm far from it. But it seems like we're getting like new bands every week, just pouring out. But, you know, some of them stand out more than others. And I think these have got something that the others haven't. I think they've, you know, I'm not sure how well they're going to do, because it's just so hard, because there's so many bands, like I said. And, you know, they're a good band, but are they going to propel into something different? There's a couple of bands, isn't there, that have really propelled more than others. Eclipse, Heat, Crazy Licks just behind them. You know, they are on the top of all those bands. I don't know how hard it's going to be for other bands to join them to that, you know, top of the tree. I don't know. It's not easy. It's not easy, but these are a really good band. Like I say, I love it that they're more of a guitar band than a keyboard band, making them more melodic hard rock, maybe, than AOR. Not that I've got anything against AOR, but sometimes I like to hear a guitar more than anything. Right, let's listen to the rest of the song. Rabbiting on as usual.
After dawn,
Melody.
please stay.
good. It was really good, nice and catchy. Everything I said, you know, I nearly forgot to mention the guitar solo. So really important for me, guitar solos, and they're done the right way. That was a great guitar solo because I was listening intently actually, and he was playing. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't play the guitar. I can play like 2 chords. So, you know, I can't speak, but what I'm saying is that I love the way over like 3 bars, I think that's the correct terminology, he did a really nice, simple melody lines following the song perfectly. But then at the end proved that he can really fucking play as well. So I love that when guitarists, like, they sort of use restraint and think about the melody within the song and don't take you out of that song and the groove of the song. And he done 3, you know, really following that melody of the song before he went back in the song, and he'd done a really technical bit, fast bit, which proves that he's a great guitarist technically, and he thinks about melody as well. It really sounded like the solo was thought about. You know, just as much as the song was itself, the solo was thought about to make sure it followed the melody of the song. So important for me. So important that, you know what it's like. You know what I mean? In the 80s, and I'm going back to the 80s again, you almost could sing the guitar solos. You know, you could sing that one. That will be one that will be stuck in your head as much as the rest of the song. It's a great job from Tobias Jacobson. Done a great job on there. I love everything about this band. I think they're really good. I think they're really good. Now, you know, I'm really looking forward to hearing the album, to see what that'll give us, if it'll give us some different stuff. But both of them songs have been really good. I don't think that's quite as good as the first song, Stop, but I still like it. I think it's really good. What do you think about Rian? You're going to check them out on Frontiers, like I said, July the 16th. Looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll get an early review done. I'll be sent the promo link so I can review it early as well and let you guys know what I think of the whole album. Until then, I'll see you next time.